So if Season 2 of Black Ops 6 just around the corner, it's getting to that stale point where there's not that much new content. The meta's not really changing, everyone's been using the same type of guns, so I decided it was time to go back to the Dark Matter camo grind. And next up on the list was the marksman rifles. I already had 3 done and got to gold, but I had 1 more left, and that was the Sarkov. And yeah, I know, I'm still doing my Dark Matter camo grind in January. I'm a full-time employed gamer, okay, give me a break. To be honest with you, I didn't even know that this gun existed, and I just kind of had to look at the little sort of description that the game gives you, and it's not really often I have to read this because usually you're getting killed by guns in multiplayer, but for the Sarkov, it's different, because it's a gun you don't really see too often, and I think I probably count on one hand the amount of times I've seen it in a pubs match, and I don't really see it in any YouTube videos or any X clips about how good this gun actually is, so it's just gone largely unnoticed by me, so I thought I'd just give it a little read. So the description says a semi-automatic marksman rifle with excellent handling and mobility and a very high headshot damage with restore rate of fire. So I seen this and I was kind of like, alright, there's only one other semi-automatic marksman rifle and that is the DM10. And I've already made a video about how good the DM10 actually is. So going into it, I kind of thought, you know what, it's probably not going to be that bad. We have a new semi-automatic matter rifle coming in Season 2, which is of course the FN FAL, which is a popular gun that's been in a lot of Call of Duty before and is particularly prevalent in all the Black Ops titles. And I do like a semi-automatic rifle, so I was like, you know what, this gun's going to be pretty good and I'm going to have fun. Huh, well, I couldn't have been more wrong. Since I only had this gun at level 1, since I hadn't used it in Zombies or Warzone, I only had one choice. It was either use this gun with no attachments or use this pre-automatic build that I somehow unlocked, probably through the Battle Pass. Yes, I am a Battle Pass enjoyer because I like to unlock things, but I haven't bought the full like army upgrade or whatever it's called. Black Cell upgrade, I don't know. That's a whole topic. We're not going into that. So usually when using a gun in this game for the first time, the clear choice is to use the variant that you've unlocked through the Battle Pass or other means, because it gives you attachments that are going to make the gun better, especially in Black Ops 6. Most attachments don't have any negative drawback, so it's kind of a no-brainer to use the one with attachments that are going to make the gun like at least a little bit better. But for this gun, it was a different story because this variant sucked ass. Like, I'm not just talking shit, like it was really shit. Like, worst gun in the game I've probably used so far. It was slow. The shots took like fucking like 15 minutes between each bullet to actually come out of the gun. It felt like it wasn't even doing that much damage. The scope was horrible. So I kind of took back a second and I was like, yeah, we're going to go back to the vanilla build and kind of work our way up from zero, and I'll use the attachments that I usually use in assault rifles, or marksman rifles in this case, and we'll see if we can actually use this thing, because all I need to do is get 100 headshots and get the camos done and it'll be fine. That's it. But just a quick little side note on the variant I was talking about, it's called the Furious, which is quite ironically named because this is the least furious gun probably in the game. But yeah, this is it. It's kind of got like a fade cam on it, and it looks alright, but it's terrible. Don't use it. So I started using it from level 1, unlocked a few attachments, and kind of like learned the gun a little bit. It took me like 3 or 4 matches to get into the groove, but oh my god. I've never seen a gun like this in Call of Duty before. Like, it's a marksman rifle, and I know sometimes before they have been overpowered, and some marksman rifles I think have even been confused with sniper rifles because they can like one shot to the midriff sometimes. But this gun like is a 100% headshot at pretty much any range. I'm gonna stop gatekeeping the clips of this gun now, so every clip you see from now on is with the Tarkov, and I just want to let this clip play out and just watch and see the potential that this gun has, and like some of the sticky situations it got me out of. Did you just see that absolute madness? Like, this clip especially. This is core gameplay, by the way. Like, this isn't hardcore. This makes it look like hardcore, and it kind of looks like I'm cheating, but wow. Like, if you've got good accuracy, and I kind of say if you're on keyboard and mouse, this gun might actually work a little bit better, but if you've got decent accuracy and you're able to hit a headshot most of the times, you can pull off some nasty things. I did a little bit of testing in the firing range, and it seems that up to about 80 meters, it's like a one-shot headshot, which is crazy considering in this game there's not many maps where you can actually have like an 80-meter line of sight, so it's pretty much always a one-hit headshot. Yes, there is some maps that are big enough to have that, but usually the big maps don't even get voted in pubs anyway. And trust me, I know from trying to get long shots for these challenges, there's not many places where you're going to be shooting over that distance, and just like kills like that there. Like, I've just completely deleted that guy with one headshot, and it's kind of like really satisfying as well. I know it's strange, like, but sometimes a gun's just fun to use because it's satisfying to get kills. Like, if you pop someone in the head one shot, and they're just trying to shoot you beforehand. Oof, it feels good. And don't get me wrong, as soon as I switched to the vanilla gun, it was not all smooth sailing. But as I got a few kills and got the red dot sight, and more like as I warmed up, I'm a controller player, as I warmed up and started hitting my shots and my headshots better, I was kind of just wrecking. Because a one-hit headshot, like when you've got a decent aim and you're used to using assault rifles, it's extremely overpowered. So going for the attachments, this is what I have on my gun. Of course, this is only the 5 attachment setup. You can have the 8 attachment setup as well, but I prefer to use 5 because I love a bit of perk greed or my extra tacticals. So starting off, we've got the Kepler micro reflex, which is the standard sight. Of course, pick whatever sight you wish. And then you've got muzzle brake, which helps the first bullet kick recoil control. And as with all guns with extremely high damage, especially those that are semi-automatic, the first bullet does tend to make the gun jump quite a lot. So by using this attachment, it helps reduce that. And then you've also got the kick reset speed, which stops the gun bouncing up in all the subsequent shots as well. And then we've got long barrel, which just helps increase that headshot range and just the overall damage range. With the long barrel, it does increase the first time like 1 bullet headshot to about 30 meters extra, so it is quite significant. Then you've got the weighted handguard, which helps reduce the horizontal recoil, as if you spray this gun or like try and get those 2 taps in as quick as you can, it does slowly drift to the right. So by using this attachment, it helps keep it straight, because if you don't get that headshot and you hit the first body shot, you want to hit them again. You want to try and keep the gun as close to center as possible so you can get those quick kills. And speaking of quick, the last grip or the last attachment is quick draw grip, which of course just helps you get your ADS up as quick as possible to try and hit that 1-tap headshot. Because this gun does shoot quite slow. I know it's powerful, but it does shoot slow. It's important to get the gun up as quick as possible so you're ready for the gunfight. You want to try and get that first bullet in, so if you don't hit the headshot, you're probably still going to win the gunfight anyway. It is just a really pleasant surprise to sometimes find fun guns that aren't usually perceived as meta, and guns that you've like crafted yourself with your own attachments to actually make them become beasts. I know I'm giving you attachments here, but sometimes it might change. And another thing I want to mention is that if you're struggling for headshots with these marksman rifles, put on a higher like scope. Like, I know in my Call of Duty past, all I've ever used is red dot sights. In this game, it's the Kepler micro reflex that I tend to use the most because it's, I don't know, it's the cleanest. But I know some people like to use that Arturo mini dot thing where it's like a tunnel, but to me it looks like you're looking for like a toilet roll thing, and I don't like that. I like my sight to be open, so I go with the Kepler. But if you're going for headshots with these marksman rifles, a really good recommendation is to put on like a 3x or a 4x scope. You kindly only associate these players using higher range scopes if they're playing Warzone or stuff like that, but trust me, even though these maps are extremely small in multiplayer, a higher scope just helps you get them headshots so much easier. The DM10 was probably the easiest gun I used to get headshots. Although saying that, I think I actually maxed out the DM10 when I was going for the diamond camo. But with this Sarkov, I think it was only like level 23 or 24 by the time I got diamond camo. And that's kind of a testament, because like the lower like level your gun gets to, is pretty much like leveling your guns is kind of different to multiplayer like levels, because the more you use the gun, it just kind of levels up naturally. Of course you get more kills and more points of it, but I feel like it's a more like slower and like on par leveling system for your weapons than it is compared to like your personal leveling system. With this Sarkov, I finished it at level 22, which is kind of crazy. I know sometimes it's skewed because you've got double weapon XP, but finishing a gun at level 22 just shows you how easy of a diamond camo it actually is. The SWAT was definitely the worst marksman rifle, and I probably put the Sarkov at level 2. I still think the DM10 is the best, and the AEK, well, I don't know, it's quite tight actually. The AEK, Sarkov and the DM10 are very close. I don't even know if I rate them 1 to 3. I don't know what I'd go for. I think I'd probably go for the DM10 level 1, the AEK level 2, and the Sarkov level 3, but I wouldn't like count that out as me saying that Sarkov's like really bad, because it is really good. Like, trust me, it's extremely broken. Go into pubs and use it. I actually found in some of these games I was just destroying some people with it, and then all of a sudden the other team pulled it out, and I've never seen this gun being pulled out before. So obviously they watched the kill cam and were like, whoa, how'd that gun kill me so quick? I'm gonna put it on, and they tried to get it. So hopefully this video helps you have a nice quick little loadout as what you want in your Sarkov. I know we're getting extremely close to season 2, so a like and a comment and a subscribe would be really appreciated. I'm gonna bring out a lot more videos as season 2 starts. It was quite slow for season 1 with the Christmas break and stuff, but hopefully season 2 brings out enough content that I'll review, update my meta class loadouts for SMGs and ARs, and some more rank play tips as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.